and get started. So if you want to find a comfortable seat on your mat, eyes gently closed. Let's start my timer. For this practice, we will be needing a couple props for the yin portion of class. So if you have a blanket handy, you will be needing a blanket for later on. And you also need one block. So if you have a block available to you, you're going to need one of them. If you don't have a block, you can always use a stack of books or anything that's just 5 or 6 inches. That's just going to bring the earth a little bit closer to you and support you in some of the poses. So once you have all of your props set up and ready, we will meet in a seated position on the mat. The hands can rest anywhere on the legs that's comfortable, palms facing down for grounding energy, or palms can be facing up to receive energy. I'm just taking a moment here to center in for our practice. Feel the sit bones rooting down into the mat. Lengthen the spine. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Neck long. Deepen the breath. Feel the rise and fall of the belly with every inhale and every exhale. Now let's start with 3 cleansing breaths. On your inhale, breathe deeply in through the nose. And exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Continue to breathe deeply through the nose. Drawing the chin slightly in, feeling a restriction in the back of the throat. Allow the breath to sound like a whisper, like the waves of the ocean. And slowly start to circle the head and circle the neck. Gently warming up the body, moving slowly. Start to circle the other way. Just getting a sense of how the body feels today. Noticing any areas of tension or discomfort. Slowly bring the head back to center. Start to circle the shoulders now. Draw them up towards the ears and down the back. Connect with the breath. Circle the other way. Slowly bring the shoulders back down into a relaxed position. Flutter the eyes open, and on your inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Look up to the hands, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, start to bend over to the right side. Bring the right hand under the shoulder, the left hand reaches to the side. Chest opens to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend to the left. Sit bones rooted down into the mat. Left hand pushes the mat away. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend to the right. Continue to breathe. Maybe finding a deeper stretch with every exhale. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, final bend over to the left. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, the hands meet at heart center. Now we'll come onto all fours, finding tabletop. The hands are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. Tops of the feet planted onto the mat. On your inhale, reach the chest forward and gaze up for cow pose. Soften the belly, the tailbone reaches to the sky. Exhale, draw the chin into the chest and push the mat away. Find cat pose. Inhale for cow pose, belly softens. Exhale, cat pose. Hands push the mat away. Now find your own rhythm here, just warming up the spine. Now bring yourself back into tabletop on your next inhale. Press into the right hand and inhale, send the left hand up to the sky. Exhale, thread the left hand underneath the right arm. Bring the left temple down to the mat. You can extend the right hand out in front of you if that feels good. Allow the hips to sink back towards the heels of the feet. Feeling the opening in the shoulder here. Threading the needle. Relax the jaw. Start to bring the right hand back in underneath the shoulder. Inhale, press into the right hand and send the left hand back to the sky. Counter stretch. Exhale, plant the left hand back down under the shoulder. Inhale, send the right hand to the sky this time. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left. The right temple comes down to the mat this time. The left hand can extend out in front of you. Threading the needle on the other side. Relax the belly. Start to bring the left hand back in under the shoulder. Inhale, send the left hand, the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right hand back down underneath the shoulder. Now we'll bring the toes together and we'll widen the knees and send the hips back towards the heels of the feet, coming into child's pose. Lengthen the spine. Forehead rests heavy on the mat, belly relaxed. You can even rock the head from side to side, massaging the forehead on the mat. Massaging the third eye, home of our intuition, creativity. Slowly bring the head back to center if you're rocking it from side to side. And on your next inhale, come back to tabletop. Bring the knees back in underneath the hips. Spread the fingers as wide as you can. The middle fingers point to the top of the mat. Engage the core, tuck the toes, lift the knees, and send the hips back for downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width distance, feet hip width distance. Bend the knees as much as you need to, maintaining a long, lengthened spine. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. Walking the dog out. Spending some time in our first downward facing dog, just getting comfortable in this shape. Arms and legs strong. On your next inhale, look up to the hands, lift the heels, and walk the feet to the top of the mat, coming to a forward fold. Head hangs heavy, neck relaxed. Bend the knees as much as you need to. On your inhale, slowly roll up. Coming to standing at the top of the mat, step the feet hip-width distance, palms facing forward, legs strong, core engaged for mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise. Look up to the hands. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. The hands can come up onto the shins, neck and spine long. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands under the shoulders. Step the right foot back. Lower the right knee down to the mat. Untuck the toes. And inhale, send the arms up to the sky for a low lunge. Hips and shoulders square into the top of the mat. Shoulders melt down the back. Exhale, bring the hands back down under the shoulders. Tuck the right toes. Lift the knee. Step the left foot back. Plank pose. Hips and shoulders in one line. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Lower down to the belly. Elbows tucked into the ribs. Inhale, cobra pose. Chest and gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Find downward dog. Fingers spread wide. Press into the index fingers and the thumbs. The heels reach to the earth, but they don't have to touch. The tailbone reaches to the sky. Inhale, extend the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat. Now lower the left knee down to the earth. Untuck the toes. Inhale, arms rise, low lunge. Core engaged. Slight tuck to the tailbone here, spine long. Exhale, bring the hands back down under the shoulders. Tuck the left toes, lift the knee, and step the left foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up. The arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Gaze down the tip of the nose. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands under the shoulders. Step the left foot back. Lower the left knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale, the arms rise. Low lunge. Exhale, bring the hands back down underneath the shoulders. Tuck the left toes. Lift the knee. Step the right foot back. Plank pose. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift to all fours. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Find downward dog. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Deep breaths. Inhale, extend the left foot to the sky this time. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands at the top of the mat. Now lower the right knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, the arms rise, low lunge. Exhale, bring the hands back down under the shoulders. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Now you can shake the head yes, shake the head no. Release any tension in the neck, the upper back. Come back to stillness, and on your next inhale, slowly roll up. The arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands meet at heart center. Now we'll step the feet together, legs together at the top of the mat. Core engaged, feet rooted down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, sit back into your imaginary chair. Spine long, slight tuck to the tailbone here. Hands reach up to the sky, or you can bring the hands to heart center. On your exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands under the shoulders. Step the feet back, plank pose. Shoulders and hips in one line. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, find downward dog. Inhale, extend the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat. Now the left foot steps in, toes point in at a 45-degree angle. On your inhale, reach the arms up to the sky for warrior one. The shoulders melt down the back, right knees over the ankle. Deep breaths here. On your exhale, start to bring the hands down onto the inside of the right foot. Now bring the right hand out in front of you to what would be like 12 o'clock on a clock. And we're going to bring our left hand out to what would be like 10 o'clock. So we're finding kind of like a downward facing dog in the arms. And we're pushing the floor away, finding a little bit of a downward dog lunge sort of warrior thing. Take a few deep breaths here. Hands push the mat away. Bring the right hip back slightly, legs strong. Now start to walk the hands back in, framing the foot, and step the right foot back, coming into plank pose. Now flow through your vinyasa, lowering the knees, lowering all the way down. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, lowering down, finding your way back to downward dog. On your inhale, extend the left foot to the sky this time. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The right foot steps in, toes point in at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms rise, warrior one. Deep breaths, core engaged, feet rooted down. Now we're going to bring the hands back down on the inside of the left foot this time. Bring the left hand out to 12 o'clock, right hand out to like 2 o'clock. Finding those downward facing dog arms, hands push the mat away, feet rooted down, draw the left hip back slightly. Remember to breathe, unclench the jaw. Take a few more deep breaths here. Slowly start to bring the hands back in, framing the foot. Step the feet back for plank pose. Now lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, lift the knees, find downward dog. Core engaged, neck and spine long. Inhale, look up to the hands, lift the heels, and walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Now step the feet together, the legs together. And inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, and sit back for chair pose. When you look down, the toes are in front of the knees. Deep breaths, maybe sinking a bit lower than you did the first time. Inhale, arms rise, come back to standing. Exhale, hands meet at heart center. Take a few deep breaths here. Feel the benefits of your practice so far, 20 minutes in. And then we'll meet in mountain pose at the top of the mat. Feet hip width distance, palms facing forward. Slight tuck to the tailbone here. Inhale, arms rise. Look up to the hands, spiral the pinkies in towards each other. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, core strong. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands under the shoulders, and step the feet back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Find your downward dog. Hands shoulder width distance, feet hip width distance. Bending the knees as much as you need to here. Draw the heels down towards the earth. Inhale, extend the right foot up to the sky. The toes point down towards the earth. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat. Now lower the left heel down to the mat. And inhale, cartwheel the arms open for warrior two. Right knee over the ankle, and the left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Hands extend in front of you and behind you. Feel strong, stable here. On your next inhale, flip the right palm, reach forward. When you can't reach forward anymore, bring the right hand overhead, reach to the back of the mat. Reverse warrior, feeling the lengthening in the right side body. Now on your inhale, start to straighten the front leg, finding a gentle warrior. Start to bring the hands back in front of you and behind you. Reach forward towards the top of the mat, hinging at the hips. When you can't reach forward anymore, bring the right hand down to the shin or a block. The left hand reaches up to the sky for triangle pose. Feet rooted down, legs strong. Tuck the tailbone slightly here. On your exhale, bring the hands back down underneath the shoulders. Bend the right knee, lift the left heel, step the right foot back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Elbows stay tucked into the ribs. As you inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, up to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Downward facing dog. On your inhale, extend the left foot to the sky. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The right heel comes down to the earth this time. Inhale, cartwheel the arms open. Warrior two on the left side. Shoulders melt down away from the ears. Gaze over the left middle finger this time. On your next inhale, flip the left palm, reach forward. When you can't reach forward anymore, bring the left hand overhead and reach to the back of the mat. Reverse warrior. Left hand energetically reaches towards the back of the room. You can start to straighten the front leg here, gentle warrior. Now start to bring the hands in front of you and behind you. Hinge at the hips and reach forward towards the top of the mat. When you can't reach forward anymore, bring the left hand down to the shin or a block. The right hand reaches to the sky this time for triangle pose. Spine lengthened, the crown of the head reaches to the top of the mat. Deep breaths, relax the jaw. On your exhale, start to bring the hands back down underneath the shoulders. Bend the left knee, lift the right heel, step the left foot back for plank pose. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, lower down to the belly. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, send the hips back for our final downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Notice the differences between this downward dog and the very first downward dog. Maybe bending one knee then the other, walking out the dog, taking any final little movements in your downward dog that feel good to you. On your next inhale, look up to the hands, lift the heels, and walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Head hangs heavy, neck relaxed. Shake the head yes, shake the head no here. Release any tension in the neck, the upper back. Maybe even grab the elbows with the opposite hands. Rock from side to side. Slowly bring yourself back to center. And then we're going to heel toe the feet so the toes are off the mat and the heels are on the mat. And then slowly bend the knees, draw the tailbone down, coming into our yogi squat, malasana. You can always take a block here if you need it, underneath the sit bones. Spine lengthened. The tailbone reaches down towards the earth. Shoulders melt down the back. Deep breaths here. Maybe even breathing in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And slowly bring the hands behind the hips. And as gracefully as you can, find your way into a seated position. We'll extend the left leg out in front of us. Bring the right foot into the left thigh here. Now we can take a block underneath the right knee if you need it for some extra support. And we're going to remove any extra flesh from beneath the sit bones. On your inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, spine long. Exhale, fold forward over the left leg. The hands can rest wherever's comfortable. Bend the knee as much as you need to. Draw the chest towards the thigh, spine long. Shoulders relaxed away from the ears. We'll just be here for a minute, breathing deeply into the sensation of the pose, focusing on how this shape feels rather than how it looks or how you think it's supposed to look. Yin Yoga is targeting the deeper connective tissue within the body. So we find our edge in a pose, we find stillness in the pose, and we hold the pose for a little longer than we usually would in our typical Hatha practice. And this is just allowing for a really deep stretch, allowing our body to recover and grow stronger. On your next inhale, slowly roll back up, coming back to seated. Now we'll straighten the right leg out in front of us. Bring the left foot into the right thigh. Take the block underneath the left knee if you need it. Inhale, the arms reach up, spine long. Exhale, begin to fold forward over the right thigh this time. Bending the knee as much as you need to. Spine long. Deep breaths here. Maybe notice the differences between the left and right side. It's pretty typical that we have differences in the left and right. So make sure you're not forming any judgments or opinions around these differences, but you're just acknowledging them. And if you find your mind starts to wander, you can always just come back to the breath, the sensation of the rise and fall of the belly, air flowing through the nostrils. A few more deep breaths on this side. On your next inhale, slowly roll up. Extend the left leg out in front of you. Just shake the legs out. And then we'll bend both knees, planting the feet onto the mat. And then we'll slowly roll all the way onto the back. Keep the knees bent. Then we're going to take our block here and place the block underneath the hips. So we're going to lift the hips off of the mat and place the block right onto the sacrum. Then we'll bring the hands out to the sides, palms facing down. Slight tuck to the chin here, gaze directly overhead. You can even allow the eyes to close if that feels natural to you. Supported bridge. Feeling the opening in the lower back. Opening in the stomach, in the heart. Take a few deep breaths here. Engage the core slightly. On your next inhale, lift the hips off of the block. Remove the block from underneath you and exhale, lower the hips all the way down onto the mat. Now you can rock the knees from side to side and release any tension in the hips and the lower back. Now slowly bring the knees back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Now we're going to take the arms out to the sides like a T. And on your exhale, start to draw the knees over to the left side. Coming into a little twist here. The gaze can stay directly overhead, or you can take the gaze over the right shoulder, deepening the twist. Wringing out the spine, wringing out tension and stress in the body and the mind. Slowly bring the knees back to center, core engaged. On your exhale, draw the knees over to the right side. Shoulder blades pressed firmly down into the mat. Neck long. Maybe take the gaze over the left shoulder this time. Relax the jaw. Relax the belly. Relax the breath. Just winding down our practice. Engage the core slightly. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Draw the arms around the knees and tuck yourself into a little ball. You can even rock from side to side here if that feels good. Giving yourself a little back massage on the floor. Bring yourself back to center. Grab hold of anywhere on the feet that's comfortable. Maybe take the big toes with the pointer and middle fingers. And extend the feet up to the sky for happy baby. The ankles are over the knees, feet spread wide. You can even rock from side to side here if that feels good. We're just finding any final movements before we work our way into our final resting pose. So if there's anything else that your body is wanting, any movements you are craving, you can do them now. And when you're ready, we'll meet in Shavasana. Legs and arms relaxed, sides, palms facing up. Eyes gently closed. Allowing the benefits of our practice to really integrate here. Relax the mind, relax the body. Allow yourself to find stillness. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, but simply be here and listen deeply to the body. Today I'm going to be guiding you through a little golden light meditation during your Shavasana. So as you relax onto the earth, just start to visualize this bright golden sun a few inches above the head. And this golden sunlight is just pouring down into the body. So as this golden light is pouring into the body, you can start to scan the body from head to toe, visualizing this warm golden light just filling the body, filling you with love and positivity. Starting at the top of the head, start to visualize the steady flow, the golden river through the body. It's flowing down through the head, down the throat, warming the chest and the lungs, flowing down the shoulders, golden light is filling the arms, filling each finger one by one. And the golden light flows down into the stomach, it's flowing down through the hips and into the legs. Now start to visualize this golden light filling the feet, the toes, one by one. Now you can start to visualize your entire body being filled with this golden, luscious, and beautiful light and warmth. It's just radiating from the inside out, growing larger and brighter with every breath, until you are this golden light. And the golden light fills the room, fills your house, your street, your neighborhood. And this golden light just pours over everything and everyone, sending love, gratitude, and abundance to all. Know that this golden light always exists within you. Notice how you're feeling in this moment. Know that in times of stress or fear or worry, you can always come back to this visualization. Come back to this feeling of warmth, light. And slowly start to wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers, waking the body back up. You can draw wrist circles, ankle circles, movements, waking the body back up after a little Savasana, a little rest. On your next inhale, reach the arms overhead like it's the very first stretch of the day. And exhale, roll over to the right or left side. Bring the bicep under the head as a pillow. Pausing here, reflecting on your practice. And slowly press into the hands and find your way back to a comfortable seated position. I invite you to keep the eyes closed and bring the hands to meet at heart center. And we'll close the same way we began with 3 cleansing breaths. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, final sigh out the mouth. The light in me honors the light within each and every one of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. Namaste.